Hello, I'm Nick the nurse. Today we're going to be talking about the therapeutic nurse-patient relationship. In particular, we're going to be talking about the termination phase. Now, as the astute nursing student that you are, you know that there are really four phases of the therapeutic nurse-patient relationship. First of all, we have the pre-orientation phase, followed by you guessed it, the orientation phase, then the working phase, and then finally you guessed it, the termination phase. And that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. The termination phase is actually the easiest of all the four phases to understand. Why? Because it's when the relationship terminates. All good things come to an end, correct? Well, most of the time. At any rate, what happens here is during the termination phase, the nurse and the patient go their separate ways. The nurse and the patient have resolved whatever mental health disorder or problem that the particular patient has at the time. For example, let's say that you had a patient who was engaged with the nurse in a therapeutic nurse-patient relationship or partnership, as some books say, about, let's say, a phobia. Let's say that the patient has an unfounded belief or phobia, because that's what a phobia is, right? A unfounded fear or irrational belief, or rational fear, that is, in this particular case, about going up. They have fear of heights. So what happens is after the nurse participates in systematic desensitization therapy, which is usually the treatment of choice mental health-wise for phobias, the patient is able to climb a whole flight of stairs or even go to the top of the Empire State Building at the end of this particular relationship. And at the end, once they've been able to achieve their goal, it's time to go. Why? Because the nurse and the patient have both done their job. It's time for the patient and the nurse to go their own separate ways. Parting is such sweet sorrow, but in the world of mental health nursing, that's what we have to do. So just remember that the termination phase is when the nurse and the patient have decided that the goals that were set forth in earlier phases of the relationship have been met, and that's pretty much it. Best of luck on your nursing school exam or on your NCLEX, and we'll see you next time.